Hi guys, my name is Weston. We are going to be talking about pertussis and the bacterium that causes that. The bacteria that causes that, you can see just right behind me right here, is called Bordetella pertussis. Here I have a electron microscope slide or picture, I guess, of Bordetella pertussis. You can see from this that it's a dipole bacillus bacteria, and it appears blue here. That's not really of consequence, though. I'm going to talk a little about the etiology of it. The first thing that we should notice in this diagram right here is that there are fimbriae. That is something that is important with pertussis. Something else that's important to recognize is that pertussis uses toxins. The only toxin that I'm going to touch on is the pertussis toxin. However, the other toxins do have a big part in pertussis. As I said before, it is a dipole bacillus bacteria. Something else that we should know about the etiology is that it is a gram-negative bacteria. So there is a cell wall, but the cell wall is not the outermost structure. And because of that, we have the fimbriae and the ways that the pertussis can attach to nearby cells. It is non-motile. You'll see in the diagram that there isn't any flagella, which is what we would need for it to be motile. So the question is raised, how does it get around? Well, I'll touch on that in just a second. As I said, it uses fimbriae to attach to cells, specifically to ciliated cells. And again, that's on the next slide. Then I'll talk a little bit more about that, and it does use the toxins for survival to kind of create the optimal environment for itself. Humans are the reservoir for pertussis, and as such, pertussis is specific to humans. So Bordetella pertussis is not going to cause infection and the whooping cough disease that it would cause in humans if it's found in other animals. It can be found in other animals, but it probably won't enter a pathogenic state. Now, just talking a little bit about the ciliated cells and then also about the pertussis toxin here. Here you can see this little diagram. I really liked this. On the left part over here, you can see ciliated cells usually will have some kind of a movement to them. Remember, pertussis or whooping cough is going to be infecting the respiratory tract. And in our respiratory tract, those epithelial cells are ciliated. There's lots of mucus in there, and the cilia help to move debris and all sorts of things through there so we don't get any sort of inflammation or anything like that. So pertussis, what will happen, it will come in here and attach to these cilia of the epithelial cells, and essentially will stop the movement with itself, with the pertussis toxin, and that will spread about. And with the lack of movement with the cilia, that's going to cause some inflammation, some swelling, a lot of irritability, and so that's where the coughing and the respiratory distress comes from with pertussis. Here is a diagram of the pertussis toxin. It's important to note that there are 5 different subunits of this, and through the subunits, one is classified as the active subunit. The others are just there for attachment and structure.